Okay, today we want to talk about a formula for successful change. And the change might be implementing a new sales enablement initiative. It might be introducing AI, either an AI for sales point solution or using ChatGPT. Or it's worth remembering that every sales opportunity is a change, because if there's no change, there's no sale. But this whole thing about change management and being successful in introducing change, my partner Jim Dickey found a formula a number of years ago. I believe it was first introduced to him at Chevron, but he's been doing it for so long, I'm just going to credit him. And the formula is P times C times V times F is greater than R. And R is resistance to change. I want to say something about that before we start defining all the terms. You hear all the time that people resist change. And it's our feeling that people don't resist change. They resist being changed. And one of our tests for that is, back in the day when Publishers Clearinghouse had those guys that would go out in a van and gold blazers and have a big old check, or, if we want to just bring it to the 21st century, somebody buying a lottery ticket and hitting the jackpot for, pick a number, 25 or $100 million. I'm going to submit that I'm going to go way out on a limb and say getting an enormous sum of money like that would represent change in a person's life. I have never seen anyone resist that. So we don't feel that people resist change as much as they resist being changed. They like the way things are going, and now somebody wants to impress a change upon them, and that's what people resist, and that's where this formula comes in. So R equals resistance to change, and how do you overcome that? So we'll come back to the beginning, P, and P stands for pain. What is the pain that someone is experiencing? What is the situation that they either want to solve, avoid, or fix? And why, and particularly why now, does this need to be addressed? So that's P. P is pain. And people tend to jump over C and jump right to V, which is vision. What does better look like? What does it look like when the pain is gone? And a lot of people want to jump to that solution, but they miss that critical interim step, which is C. What is the cause of the pain? And it's been said before, you want to diagnose before you prescribe. Let's say you had, a sore shoulder and you went to the doctor and you said, man, my shoulder's just killing me, man. It's just all the time. And the doctor said, jumps to V and said, here, take this. It'll solve it. It's like, wait a minute. Don't you want to ask me a couple of questions? It's like, no, this is good. Just take this. And it's like, no, that you haven't diagnosed anything. So coming back to C is the cause of the pain. What's really going on here? And, asking questions and doing discovery. And everybody's, familiar with that notion. But a lot of times people want to either jump over that or race through it to get to V, which is the vision of a better future and no pain any longer. And then they think they're done, and they've missed the final component here, which is F. And F stands for what are the first steps? So realizing this change, finally getting to the vision, seeing that actually realized, may take a couple of years. And, in sales, if we're talking about, here's the pain that we're experiencing, people, really the user adoption of our CRM system or the ERP system, whatever, it's not really happening. But in a couple of years, it's going to be so much better. You'll be a streamlined and totally efficient and effective organization. It's like, that's good information, maybe for my replacement or even my replacement's replacement if I'm heading up sales and we haven't shown any results for 2 years. And that's why defining the first steps is so important. What are some nearer term or interim milestones to get us to the eventual vision, but to get us started now? And you'll often hear that initiatives, 1,000 ships are launched. That's the excitement that we're getting started and everybody has this grand vision in mind. But don't forget the first steps. So P times C times V times F greater than R. That's a success formula. Hope you enjoy.